Hey there, it's Derry from Honeymoon Suite, people, and you are watching CMS TV.
It's Saxon right here on your classic metal show with Dallas 1 p.m. That one going up by request to Jim Balduff. And just before that, we heard Twisted Sister with You Can't Stop Rock and Roll for Mark Russell, and Wasp with some 9-5 Nasty for Chad Moore. And of course, we started that block off with some Iron Maiden there with Revelations for the lovely Taylor.
Good block of tunes, man.
Yeah, lots of classics, man.
That's right.
Yeah, so. Well, we are in the last hour of the show, so do you have anything lined up at all?
I have led the show enough tonight. This is all you.
Right. All right. Well, our fans are always willing to send in things and keep us up to date with things. Matt in Cincinnati, he sent over a story that this is something new. A Texas grocery store. Hang on, let's put that up a little bit. A Texas grocery store is the first to have a ammunition vending machine.
Oh, nice.
Sure,
it wasn't Butler, Pennsylvania earlier today.
Wasn't Butler, Pennsylvania. A Canyon Lake, Texas supermarket has a new vending machine, but rather than selling candy, drinks, and potato chips, it dispenses ammunition.
The only problem I would have with that is you know damn well you're being followed the minute you fucking use it.
Right.
I mean, why else would you need bullets on the fly like that unless you're getting ready to go do something bad?
Well, I don't know. I mean, again, Texas is a different, that's a whole breed of animal down there.
Yeah, so, but think about your own personal. I mean, you buy, what do you got, 73 guns at this point?
Yeah, something like that.
When you buy the guns, you buy enough ammo.
Yeah, I order my ammo online.
Yeah, but you buy
from
50,
outdoor limited. So yeah,
but you buy 50, 100, 500 round, whatever it is.
Yeah,
you buy. Somebody goes to the fucking grocery store and buys 8 rounds.
Yeah,
don't you got to be like, I wonder why they need.
I don't
8.
know how it dispenses it. If it just dispenses a box. I don't think you can just buy it by the round. I think that it's not like a gumball machine, and again, there's so many calibers out there. It's got to be pretty interesting thing there. But Lowe's Market on Sattler Road in Canyon Lake was a recent recipient of the first ammunition vending machine in the state. While recent trends across the U.S. have seen vending machines used to sell sandwiches from places like Subway, marijuana products, candied bacon, and even crack pipes, they are now being used to sell ammunition.
Well, if you can sell a crack pipe, you should be able to sell the ammunition to kill the fucking crack dealer that's going to rob you.
Right. Well,
makes sense to me.
That's liberal California that would allow that.
Of course.
Crack pipe thing. While some may be concerned selling ammunition from a vending machine could lead to bullets in the hands of criminals or even children, the company behind the latest trend, American Rounds, claims its machine offer the highest standards and state-of-the-art security.
Okay. What kind of security do you need to stick $1 in a vending machine?
Well, let's find out.
All right.
American Rounds CEO Grant Magers told Fox News Digital his company was established last summer. Since then, it has installed ammunition vending machines at 8 locations. The first machine was installed at Fresh Value Supermarket in Pell City, Alabama. American Rounds also has 4 machines in Oklahoma at a Super C Marts located in Noble, Lindsay, and Wetumpka and Kingston. Along with the vending machine at Lowe's Market in Canyon Lake, the company plans to install another at a second Canyon Lake Lowe's Market in a couple of weeks. The 8th vending machine will be installed at Legree's food store in Buena Vista, Colorado next week. We have over 200 store requests for AARM, that is the automatic ammo retail machine, used to covering approximately 9 states. Currently, that number is growing daily. With businesses on the rise, Madger said he found it equally important to address the technology used to at the ammo kiosk, saying it provides accessibility but also safety. The CEO said technology was a key factor when deciding to create American Rounds. Ammunition is sold otherwise either online or off the shelf. These environments lead to an inadvertent sales of underage purchases, and in this case, a retail store, a high theft rate, he said. What we love about the concept is that the AARM units are state-of-the-art ID scanners combined with facial recognition before a transaction can be made.
All right.
So
you got to show them your ID and.
Yeah, you have to. Well, I'm sure if you've seen your driver's license, it's got that that code thing on the back.
Sure.
I don't like that, but again, everything is tracked, but you can't even go to the pharmacy and get some like decongestant medicine that has, a decongestant in it without scanning your license to get it.
That must be where you live.
No, it's in Ohio too.
Oh,
if you were to get Advil cold and sinus that has amphetamine in it, what is it? Yeah. Taylor knows. Hang on.
It's due to ephedrine. It's you can only buy a certain amount every month, and by scanning your ID, it tracks how much you're buying.
Right,
it's Sudafed.
They make meth with it. Yeah,
it's the D that's behind the counter.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. So you got to do that, and then even if you buy, say you go to Walgreens and buy say, a bottle of Jack Daniels, they got to scan your license for that.
Yeah. It's weird how that works but like regular medicine, they don't fucking care.
No, because it doesn't have that decongestant in it that they make crack out of.
Yeah, because I know yesterday I had to pick up some meds for my kid literally yesterday. And I rolled up. I didn't even give him an ID. I told him my kid's name and his birth date, and they handed me a bag of pills.
Right.
It's like, all right, thanks.
Okay.
Wish I knew somebody that was taking fucking perks.
Major said that the facial recognition and state-of-the-art ID scanners ensure a buyer is of legal age and is who he says he is. So how do they know they say who they are by a facial recognition scanner? Where's that database?
They're probably scanning it off of the driver's license photo as well. Like you probably have to insert your driver's license photo.
Yeah.
And it does the 50 points or whatever, and then does it with your face. But
right.
But dude, how many fucking kids look like their dad?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Hold up a photo.
Yeah, exactly.
Major
said the machines weigh up to 2,000 pounds and they're well secured from theft. We only place them inside stores and not outside, he said, suggesting the company does the opposite of Redbox, which often places its kiosk outside the store. I guess Redbox is no more now. I guess.
Yeah, Redbox folded up, Crackle folded up, Popcorn Flicks folded up. Was it chicken soup for the soul or whatever folded up? Like a bunch of streaming stuff all went dead this week.
Yep. Majors boasted that his team is made up of people who support the law-abiding gun ownership, adding that they believe in the Second Amendment and a need in a market to provide a safe and secure method to sell ammunition. The ammunition vending machine is the integrity of the Second Amendment and reduces the opportunity for error in retail sales environments. Another concern is with the data the kiosks collect during the transactions, since Major said that too is protected. We will not give out, share, or sell our customers' information, he said. The scan is for verifying the customers of legal age and that they are who they say they are, and that's the only thing we use that for.
Yeah, well, I remember AT&T saying they'd never sell it either until fucking 100 million of them got fucking hacked the other day.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So there you go. So they got bullets to spare.
Yeah, no shit.
You can go get your bullets at your kiosk.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, honestly. Is bullets something that you gotta have, like, immediately, like smokes? Or
Well, I guess it just depends where, I mean,
sandwich?
if you, before online sales became a thing, I would go to like the Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's or, some gun store and pick up my ammo, right?
Mhm.
But when I place a order for ammo, not only for myself, but I usually will ask my nephews or whatever, hey, do you need any ammo? I'm going to place an order,
Sure.
And then when I buy stuff, I buy 200, maybe 250 rounds of each caliber that I'm
Right.
buying. And that lasts me for a while. And then when I need more, I get it like that. But, I'm not sure why people need to buy ammo out of a kiosk.
That's my thing is like, man, if the only thing that's stopping you from shooting your wife because she's a twat is fucking that you don't have ammo, and you can go to the grocery store and get that and the beer to drink when you're done blowing her head off,
Right.
you might be more inclined to shoot her.
Sure.
It's an interesting idea. I wouldn't encourage that, but at the same time, I can see it happening.
Yeah. It's a bizarre concept, but
Yeah.
apparently there must be some kind of
Demand?
a demand for it because people are asking for these kiosks.
Well, hopefully they can convert all those red boxes that are now out of order. They can use those and maybe save some money on building these things.
Right. It's bizarre, man.
That is interesting.
Yeah. But moving on,
Okay.
Mark Miller sent in a story. A woman sues her ex-boyfriend after he did not take her to the airport in New Zealand.
That a fucking asshole.
The claimant said that she and her then partner had entered into a verbal contract in which he agreed to drop her off at the airport, then stayed in her home while she was away and looked after her dogs, again with the dogs.
Lovely.
Yeah, I know. A woman in New Zealand sued her ex-boyfriend. The woman, known as CL, in a tribunal document said she and her then partner HG had entered into a verbal contract in which he agreed to drop her off at the unnamed airport, then stay in her home while she was away to look after her dogs. CL, who had planned to attend a concert with friends during her time away, messaged the man the day before the flight with instructions to pick her up between 10 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. according to the legal papers, but he did not arrive, causing her to miss her flight. She told the New Zealand Disputes Tribunal, which deals with small claims, that she was seeking compensation for him for the cost of taking an alternative flight the next day, getting a shuttle service to the airport, and putting her dogs in a kennel. It's like,
Fuck that.
fuck you, bitch. I'm not watching your dogs.
Yeah. Another reason never to fucking volunteer to do anything for anybody.
Right. CL said HG enjoyed staying at her house and had looked after her dogs in the past. According to the claim, the couple, who were in a relationship for 6.5 years until the dispute arose, had previously lived together but were now in different homes since the man's son came back to live with him. CL also sought reimbursement for the cost of the ferry ticket she had bought for the man as part of the holiday plan for December of 2020.
Wait a minute. They were a couple?
Yeah, supposedly.
So she's suing her boyfriend.
Her ex-boyfriend now.
But at the time, the only reason he's helping her is because he was banging her.
Yeah, well,
That's the only reason. He's not doing it out of kindness. He's doing it because he's getting his dick sucked.
right.
And she's suing him over this? Oh, please. He should sue her for every day she didn't cook.
Right.
Fucking pig.
Let's see here. Sia also sought reimbursement for the cost of a ferry ticket she had bought for the man as part of a holiday planned for December 2023 to visit her sons. The tribunal looked at whether the man had entered into a contract to take her to the airport and to look after her dogs. It also looked into whether the pair had entered into a contract in which the ex-boyfriend had said he would incur the cost of the ferry trip. In the end, the tribunal dismissed the woman's claim, saying that the man's promise fell short of being a contract. The tribunal referee said that for an agreement to be enforceable, there needs to be an intention to create a legally binding relationship. Partners, friends, and colleagues make social arrangements, but it is unlikely they can be legally enforced unless the parties perform some act that demonstrates the intention that they will be bound by their promise. When friends fail to keep their promises, the only person may suffer a financial consequence, but it may be that they cannot be compensated for the loss. The referee found the nature of the promises were exchanged as a normal give and take in an intimate relationship. There was no indication of any intention between the parties that HG would be bound by the promise he made. The man said in an email he would not attend the hearing and did not answer a follow-up phone call from Miss Cowie.
Well, good. He shouldn't. He should not. He should charge her back for the wasted time in this fucking court.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna throw frivolous lawsuits around. Let's throw that one out there too.
Yep. So yeah. So it's like you were supposed to take me to the airport. You didn't do that. Now I'm suing you.
Now I'm suing you. What a
I'm
twat
suing
bag.
you.
Wow. What a bitch.
Yep.
Best thing that could ever happen to him was finding this out before he put a ring on that.
Well, apparently he was with her for 6 years.
Yeah, he probably sensed something was bad.
Yeah, well, you just, you can be in relationship as long as it's it works out for whatever purposes you have.
Yeah.
But once it starts getting to be incumbent on you to perform tasks and all kinds of stuff, it's like, I didn't really sign up for this.
I'll bet you that bitch smells like the Lume girl's stink finger. She just sounds like she stinks.
I don't know. People and their dogs, man.
Well, that's another reason. She's going to smell like half dog and half... I don't know. If you're that lame that you're suing somebody over something like that, there's more wrong with you. There's got to be more wrong with you.
But it's spite. It's spite. It's let's go, oh, you fucked me over? Well, watch this. I'm going to fuck you right back.
Yeah. Fuck off. How about that? How about fuck off? Stupid whore.
Yeah. Well, I just sent you over a link that was sent to me.
All right.
Our good friend Keith Novinsky sent me over a link. I didn't watch this, but he sent me a Rumble link. And apparently Congresswoman Maxine Waters is like fumbling with her wig on live TV. Did you see it? Yes. I didn't see this.
She's a fucking idiot.
Oh, of course.
She was probably happy that Trump got shot today.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So she was fumbling with her wig.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty ridiculous video. It's like, why would you go on TV and not have your fucking headpiece on right? Where is it at here? Rumble. Yep. Boy, these guys love this Jimmy Dore guy.
Well, he's a conservative guy, and he's he's entertaining, kind of funny. He's got kind of a funny delivery.
Oh, what do we got here?
It's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com. So this is quite a clip. This is Maxine Waters. She's getting ready to do an interview on CNN.
Uh-oh.
And here we go.
Did you want to read before I did this, or?
No, that's all I have. It's just
okay.
The link. He sent me that link.
Okay. All right, here we go.
They've seen President Biden. They've lived through his presidency. They've also seen former President Trump. They've lived through his presidency.
That shit looks like it's on sideways.
I know.
Good one, Studley. James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown.
Hi! Black women and their stupid wigs. Yeah, there's that. All right, here we go.
Presidency. They've heard these arguments about democracy, about the fate of the election, and yet Trump is not only winning, but winning increasingly by a larger margin. So what is the plan among Democrats to change that trajectory? It sounds like you're talking about saying and doing all the same things, but do you believe that something needs to change?
I think we need to keep working.
Let's watch it again. There we go.
They've seen President Biden. They've lived.
Just first of all, add this to the list of things you do in the makeup room before you get on camera.
Things that need to change. My wig lady.
I just say whip it off. Just whip that off.
I was hoping she'd rip
and
it
show the
off.
world your bald head. And if anybody says anything, you have Will Smith come slap your name right out of their fucking mouth.
But she is old as hell.
Why did she just start shifting her bra around? Here we go. Ready?
They've seen President Biden. They've lived through his presidency. They've also seen former President Trump. They've lived through his presidency. They've heard these arguments about democracy, about the fate of the election. And yet Trump is not only winning, but winning increasingly by a larger margin. So what is the plan among Democrats to change that trajectory? It sounds like you're talking about saying and doing all the same things, but
What?
Why did she just move her part from one side of her head to the
I
other?
don't know.
I mean, that's just bizarre.
Just
Look at that look.
that is an ugly woman.
She looks like a carp right there.
A carp. Carp swimming through a tunnel.
That's like yeah. She looks like this carp over at the Pymatuning spillway.
She looks like a carp coming out of a cave.
Yeah.
Just, ugh. Jeez, oh man.
She looks like that carp on the that fish on the Roku screensaver.
Imagine getting some head, looking down and seeing that.
Yeah, I know. Ooh.
Yeah. My God, she is an ugly woman.
Look.
I mean, ugly. Who fucks that? Well, she's like 100, right?
She's old.
Yeah, ain't nobody fucking that.
Yeah, she's got, she's another Nancy Pelosi. She has made millions of dollars during her tenure in Congress.
Yeah, she's so
Like,
ugly.
how is it that you ended up with millions of dollars?
Oh, she's good like that.
Okay.
She's so ugly she makes a dildo limp. Jesus Christ, is she hideous. That's an ugly woman, man. Good point, Boss Metal. Good point. She's a turd.
She's a turd.
She is a turd. Only necrophiles would fuck that. Probably true. I don't even know that they would. I don't know anybody wants to be cold packing that. Ugh. It's horrid. All right, here we go.
do you believe that something needs to change?
I think we need to keep working.
She's like a DJ. You know how a DJ talks over the music until she's like that. She's doing it all the way until she has to answer.
Yeah.
It would have been great if she had just said, besides my wig.
Yeah, it's really
They've seen President Biden. They've lived through his presidency. They've also seen former President Trump. They've lived through his presidency. They've heard these arguments about democracy, about the fate of the election. And yet Trump is not only winning, but winning increasingly by a larger margin. So what is the plan among Democrats to change that trajectory? It sounds like you're talking about saying and doing all the same things, but do you believe that something needs to change?
I think we need to keep working.
She said it would be cool if she took a wad of cash out of her bra and started counting it and put it back in.
If that was
What?
imagine if that was a guy doing that with his wig.
I think it is a guy now after watching it.
All right, he redeemed himself. Ugh. I didn't know Kurt Metzger was on this show. I remember him from, didn't he used to do O&A?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Okay.
You must have read my mind. It's like, is that a dude?
That's just, I've never seen anything like that. That's hilarious. Hey, we should have older people running our country. And why is she still in office? Right? Because she's a tool of Wall Street. She's a tool of the donor class. And so they've made an investment. She's proven herself that she'll do whatever they want. And that, just like Joe Biden, that's why, just like Mitch McConnell, just like Chuck Schumer, these people are bought. And so the people who bought them don't want to let them go.
Or
they've made an investment.
They look like Chuck E. Cheese band robots. Like they're just like out of order and they're not, the wigs aren't right. They gotta like, it's just like a bunch of like animatronic robots that are breaking down in front of your face, and the company don't want to spend on new robots.
Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas.
No, you won't. That's hilarious. That's really funny.
All right. Well, I got one last segment, kind of a lightning round thing here, just to see if you have any ideas.
Sure.
I didn't know about this, but I'm gonna list famous female singers.
Okay.
And you can guess what their net worth is.
Oh, all right.
All right. From the likes of Taylor Swift to Celine Dion, Adele, these women are topping the charts, traveling the globe on sellout tours, bagging exclusive Las Vegas residencies, and just living their best lives. Of course, it's pretty easy to live your best life when you have millions of dollars in the bank. But have you ever wondered how much these female singers really earn? Well, we've crunched the numbers to reveal the real net worth of these superstar ladies.
Okay.
Now, I don't know who this person is. I've never heard of her. Dua Lipa?
Oh, Dua Lipa, yeah.
Who is that?
She's an R&B person.
Okay.
Her net worth?
Yeah, what do you think it is? Well, don't look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
All right.
I was looking for pictures of Dua Lipa to put on the picture on the thing. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna say, I can't believe it's huge. I'm gonna say 75 million.
It's a third of that.
Okay, that makes sense. So, what, 25?
25 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't make sense that she'd be like a billionaire.
Yeah, I don't even know who she is. I've never heard of her.
She's
a few years ago, Dua Lipa was living an ordinary life in England, dreaming about what life would be like if she became a famous singer. Well, now she's living that life. She has risen to the fame in an impressively short amount of time, becoming one of the most successful singers in the world right now. As well as topping the charts with her solo music, she's also written and performed songs for movies and even starred in a few too. So yeah, I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah, she's all right.
Of course, you probably don't need to tell you that Dua has scored expensive deals with those who might want to be the face of the brand. Either with all that in mind, it might not come to a surprise to learn that the 28-year-old her net worth is 25 million.
All right, well, good for her.
Debbie Harry of Blondie.
Wow. Well, she's what, about 95 years old? 10 million.
Nope, she's worth as much as the 28-year-old, 25 million.
I'm surprised she has that much left.
Yeah. Even if you weren't alive in the 70s, we're going to assume that you're familiar with Debbie Harry. After all, she was the face of Blondie. This band dominated the pop music movement, and Debbie was a huge part of that, thanks to her impressive songwriting skills and her amazing stage presence. But to be fair, to say that Debbie isn't just known as the front woman of this band, she also dipped her toe into a solo world and embraced new career opportunities at every turn. Yes, Debbie has also been a model, actress, philanthropist, and all these different avenues have allowed her to build up an impressive net worth for herself. At the time of this writing, her net worth is at a whopping 25 million.
Let's not get too carried away with the solo career. Name one Debbie Harry solo song.
I can't name one.
No one can. You can only name Heart of Glass. That's where it starts. That's probably where it stops for 90% of people.
Yep.
What was her other one?
That one. Yeah. I know. There's something call or
Yeah, like Shattered or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Not a big Blondie fan either.
Yeah.
That was hipster shit to me.
Right. And it was really before your time.
Yeah, it was. It was what, 70s, really.
70s. Yeah. Okay, Stevie Nicks.
Ooh. Been successful with Fleetwood Mac. Been successful with Solo. She used to eat a lot, so that'll whittle it down a little.
And she had a drug problem, too.
And a drug problem. But she probably got paid by Lindsey Buckingham.
And she sold her solo
catalog too. Yeah. Mm. 300 million.
Wow. That's way, way, way high.
Way high.
Way high.
After, oh my God. Is it even 100 or no?
Nope.
Under 100 million.
Under 100. Yep.
She's closing in on Dua Lipa money?
No.
75.
Little higher. Just
80.
80.
That's sad.
80 million.
That's really sad. Because she's like, that's only like $1 million a year for her. She's got to be close to 80, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's pushing it. Sure.
How old are you, Stevie Nicks? That number sounds very low.
Well, let's find out what they justify that is.
Okay.
If you ask anyone for one of their favorite bands of all time, there's a high chance that they would say Fleetwood Mac. No matter whether you're a rock fan, a pop fan, or a folk fan, despite going through many band members changes over the years, Stevie Nicks has also remained a constant, and she also is credited as one of the main songwriters for the band too. This has helped her become one of the most iconic female singers of all time, and fans still adore her. Thanks to her work with Fleetwood Mac and her solo ventures, Stevie has been able to sell millions of records. This has helped her amass a pretty hefty fortune, and her net worth currently stands at 80 million.
That doesn't that sound low to you?
Yeah, could be.
80 million? I mean, how many hits did she have? Gotta be 20.
Yeah.
Gotta be 20. Between solo and Fleetwood Mac stuff that she wrote and sang.
Sure. But again, you don't know how her band managers handled things and how she personally handled things, and
she did like her blow.
Mm-hmm. Pink.
Now you're gonna tell me that Pink is worth more than Stevie Nicks, and I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the face.
I am gonna tell you that Pink is worth more than Stevie.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Pink, I'm gonna say 120 million.
Close, a little less though.
110.
110.
That's just not even right. How can Pink be worth more than, I guess maybe because she was popular in the higher dollar era?
I don't know. So what? She's a rock star. Yes, Pink rode the fame wave during the early 2000s and quickly became one of the most famous singers of that era, thanks to songs like Just Like a Pill, Get the Party Started, and Most Girls. But she's continued to make music ever since, and in recent years she experienced a resurgence in popularity that has helped her stake her claim on the music industry even more. In fact, she's become famous for her over-the-top stage performances. As she's such a big name in the industry, Pink has also landed major endorsements with big brands. She even started her own company. As a result, she currently has a net worth of 110 million.
Yeah. Probably that company is probably a production company and has a lot of money coming in from other people that she's working with or licensing music through or something.
Sure.
I'm good on her.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, this cunt. I do not like Ariana Grande. She's a fucking anti-American fucking jizzbag. Wouldn't have bothered me a bit if she would have got shot when the people did at her show. Fucking cunt. Remember her fucking licking the donuts and putting shit back?
Yeah.
That was Ariana Grande. And she's an America-hating fucking twat bag. I'd love to say $3, but I'm sure since she is a fucking America hater, I'm going to say 150 million.
Dead on.
Yeah, figures.
Once upon a time, Ariana Grande was a child actress starring in some of the biggest Nickelodeon shows of all time. But as she got older, she realized that her true passion lay in making music. So she made the transition into the music industry and hasn't looked back since. She's now considered to be one of the best female pop vocalists in the world today, and who can result her trademark high pony. What? I don't know what that means. But thanks to her confidence in front of the camera, Ariana also has been able to earn money outside of selling records. She also is a judge on talent shows and will be starring in a much anticipated Wicked movie musical. So it's no wonder she's worth $150 million.
Yeah, well, good for her. She's still a twat bag.
Miley Cyrus.
She's got to be worth a bunch. Because she owned that show, I believe. Like, even in the day, that show was like in her name. Whatever that was. Hannah Montana, which still, I think, sells merch. I'm going to say 300 million.
Nope. She's worth 10 million more than Ariana Grande.
How can that fucking be?
160 million.
How can she be on the same level as Ariana Grande? She's been a fucking star since she was like 5. That makes no sense.
Okay. Well, some people criticize Miley Cyrus for being a Nepo baby. There's no doubt about the fact that she's earned her place in the limelight. Sure, her father may be a country music star, but Miley won over the hearts of fans everywhere thanks to her role in Hannah Montana and her subsequent musical career. While she was famous before she became a full-time singer, her fame skyrocketed when she decided to focus solely on singing, when songs like Party in the USA, Wrecking Ball, and Flowers Under the Belt. Flowers Under the Belt. Miley has released more hits than we can count. She has been well compensated for it as well. She is currently worth 160 million.
Yeah, these numbers all sound low.
Well,
I'm not saying they are. It's just
they're calling it net, so that's
so the actual money is probably half of that.
Yeah. Well, no, net is after all expenses.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking gross.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera.
Well, she was dirty. Then she was fatty. She's lost weight now. And I think she was doing like The Voice or some shit.
Yep.
Which that can't pay much. I'm going to say 30 million.
Nope. She's right on par with Ariana and Miley, 160 million.
What has she done to earn that?
Many kids dream of being famous, and for Christina, that became a reality. She made her way into the limelight when she joined the Mickey Mouse Club when she was just a child, and while there was a chance that she could fade into oblivion, she made sure that didn't happen. Since then, she's blown fans away with her singing voice and an incredible music career. Plus, she seems to do it all. She sings, she dances, she acts. With such an impressive resume under her belt, it seems as though Christina is constantly busy with other money-making schemes. Thanks to all this, she now has a net worth of 160 million.
That I just didn't know that she's done it. I thought her career was over. You know what I will say about Christina Aguilera though? Maybe the hottest video of all time. You ever seen the Dirty video?
I think we may have actually,
played it here
on this show. Yeah.
Let's do it again just because why not?
I know.
Why not add some hotness? Some awful music and some hotness, because Jesus, what a fucking filth pig she is.
Next up is Faith Hill.
Faith Hill. Country. She's married to somebody famous. Like Garth Brooks or something, right? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Who is Faith Hill married to?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Who is Faith Hill married to? Faith Hill. Faith Hill. Country. She's married to somebody famous. Like Garth Brooks or something, right? Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Who is Faith Hill married to? Does that count into her net worth, Faith?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
She's got that Julia Roberts rhino mouth. She does. Look at this picture of her. You tell me she fucking couldn't blow an elephant. She's got a big old fucking rhino face.
Yeah, she got the big mouth.
Yeah. Her mouth stretches ear to ear.
Yeah, big Joker mouth.
Yeah, no shit. She's fucking Heath Ledger in that movie. Look at this big old fucking mouth. Jesus Christ. She could sing into 3 microphones at once. Yeah, Tim McGraw. Thank you, whoever. T-Cuz. I don't know the country world a lot, but I know she's a big fucking deal in it. 100 mil.
165.
Yeah. Like I said, I knew she was a big deal. I don't know how big.
Just be aware as we go on, the amounts are going to get higher.
Okay. Fair enough.
While country music's always been popular with the hardcore fans, many country fan stars have struggled to hit the mainstream, but during the 90s, Faith Hill managed to just do that with the songs like The Kiss, There You'll Be, and Cry. Faith quickly became one of the most famous country music stars of all time. Not only that, but she also recorded songs for Hollywood movies and became a huge part of the Hollywood scene in general. As if it wasn't enough, Faith is also married to another huge country music star, Tim McGraw. They've since become a musical power couple, and all this combined has helped her jack up her net worth to $165 million.
So some of that money might be his.
Could be. Could be collective. Who knows?
Sure.
Next one, I think this is a favorite of yours, Janet Jackson.
Love me some Janet. Did movies. Did some good movies. Recorded what I believe to be the best R&B album of all time, which would be Rhythm Nation. Had hits with Michael Jackson. Probably had 50 hits of her own. 200 million.
No, just shy of that.
Okay.
175.
Yeah.
With a name like Jackson, it was only a matter of time before Janet Jackson followed in the footsteps of her brothers and became a musical legend. And while you could say that her brother Michael was the most famous of the lot, there's no doubt about the fact that Janet has forged her own career in her own right, since she's become a pop culture icon known for her impressive dance moves and her spectacular live performances. At this time of the writing, Janet Jackson has sold over 100 million records, which is an incredible achievement for the youngest member of the Jackson family. So she definitely is worthy of her 175 million net worth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. All right, Tina Turner.
Net worth? What does it cost to cut the grass at that cemetery? God, she had a big career too, in movies and everything else. I'm going to say the same as Janet, 175.
Nope, 200.
200 million.
Yep. Whether you knew her for catchy songs, her trademark hair, or her unique dance style, you probably don't need us to tell you who Tina Turner is. The woman was in the limelight for decades before she sadly passed away in 2023, and her death came as a huge blow to the entertainment community. After all, she always put on a show and blew all the fans away with her singing ability, her ability to really put on a show for her much loved audience. We'd like to think that Tina passed away knowing she had love and appreciation. However, before she died, she had been inducted into the countless halls of fame, and she died with a net worth of $200 million.
That sounds reasonable for her.
Yep. Well, here's the love of your life, Britney Spears.
Brit. Wow. It's hard to say which. I mean, at one point she was probably worth 300 to 400 million, but I know she's blown a shit ton of it, and I know her family stole more of it. I'm gonna say 250.
Not quite that high, but 215.
Yeah.
Britney Spears needs no introduction. This woman has been famous longer than most of us realize due to the fact that she started singing and dancing in the Mickey Mouse Club when she was just a youngster. And while she's been on a wild personal ride since then, there's no doubt that this woman has released more bangers than many other men in the music industry. After all, who could forget songs like Oops, I Did It Again, Baby One More Time, and Give Me More? But Britney is so much more than just a female singer. She is also an actress, businesswoman, mom, sister, and fighter. And in her eyes, she's worked hard to build up her impressive net worth of $215 million, so she deserves all the good things. Adele.
No, I don't argue that. Adele is going to be worth more than Britney Spears.
Just a tad.
Yeah. I don't know how she's worth more than Britney Spears, but I'm going to say 220.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although many British singers have become internationally renowned, some would say that Adele is the biggest female singer to come from the UK with countless best-selling singles and albums. She has also won numerous awards and even been given the coveted Las Vegas residency at Caesar's Palace. It's also been suggested that Adele is also frugal with her money, which is probably why her net worth is a lot higher than some of the other female singers on the list. Yes, Adele has a net worth of $220 million.
That's crazy. And most people can't name a second song. Everybody knows the Hello song, but I couldn't even name a second one. And I imagine most don't know it.
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross.
A lot of hits there. For what? She had hits for what, about 30 years?
Well,
60s, 70s, and 80s?
60s, yeah, 60s, 70s, and 80s, yeah.
300 million.
Not quite.
250.
250.
Yeah.
Diana Ross has done it all. At the beginning of her career, she's served as the lead singer of the Supremes and helped the band to become one of the best female groups of all time. And while leaving the band, she also was going solo. Her solo was a risk. Diane took a solo life like a duck to water. In fact, she became more famous when she was on her own, and it gave fans a chance to fall in love with her impressive singing style and her performance. With over 6 decades of experience under her belt, Diana Ross has also served as inspiration for up-and-coming female singers trying to make it big in the industry. And with a net worth of $250 million, who could blame them for looking up to her?
Right.
Bette Midler.
300 garbage bags full of trash.
Nope. She and Diana Ross are on par.
250 million for what? For beaches?
Well, she doesn't often focus on her singing career nowadays. Bette Midler is still a singing superstar. She began her career off Broadway before building up an impressive fan base and being signed to a major label. This allowed her to really knuckle down on releasing music for the masses, and her fans ate it up, but it didn't take long to fall back into her theatrical ways, and Bette has also made her mark with both the stage and screen as an actress and a singer. So whether you know her for singing Wind Beneath My Wings, or you know her for playing the witch on Hocus Pocus movie, it would not surprise you that Bette Midler's worth is about $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
Nana Mouskouri. I never heard of her.
I have no idea who that is.
Mouskouri. Nana Mouskouri. I never heard of her. Although she's not famous as many of the other singers on this list, Nana Mouskouri is still a singing legend. The great singer has been in the limelight since the 50s.
And she's 89.
Okay, and first rose to prominence when she represented Luxembourg in the 1963 Eurovision Song Contest. Since then, Nana has released over 200 albums.
Damn.
but not just in her native language. In fact, Nana is internationally renowned for her releasing albums in over 12 languages. Many of these languages she also speaks fluently. Her bilingual abilities also helped Nana make a career move from singing to politics, and these career moves have also helped her rack up a net worth. At the time of this writing, her net worth stands at $280 million.
Phew, that's a lot of coin. A lot of coin for somebody we've never heard of.
Yeah. Shakira.
God, she's worth more than than a lot of these people. Another one I like to watch. Shaky can shake for days, man. I'm going to throw 300 million again.
Yep.
Well, he's going to be 300 million.
Head on. Yep. 300 million. The American music industry is dominated by talented women, and it's often hard for international artists to make their mark, but Shakira managed to take the world by storm in the 2000s with her Colombian charm and her shaking hips. And while she has already won over fans in her home country, her work in the 2000s allowed her to dominate the U.S. charts too. And before we knew it, she had become one of the most famous female singers and dancers in the world. Since then, Shakira has maintained her life in the limelight, and while she hasn't consistently released new music over the past few years, her iconic songs are still bringing in the cash, now set at 300 million.
Oh, good on her.
Mariah Carey.
Same. 300 million.
A little more.
320.
320. With her big hair, her whistle tones, and her diva attitude, Mariah Carey is considered to be one of the most iconic female singers in the world. She rose to fame in the 90s. It didn't take long for fans to fall in love with her ability to mix and produce new music, unlike anything in the world, and unlike anything the world has ever seen. And while she released countless records, perhaps she's best known for the Queen of Christmas, thanks to the rendition as All I Want for Christmas Is You. Right. The holiday love song is actually the best-selling holiday song by a female artist ever. And we have no doubt that it definitely helps to pump Mariah's worth up to $320 million.
Yeah, and I'd imagine a divorce from Tommy Mottola didn't hurt either.
Lady Gaga.
$400 million.
Nope. She and Mariah's on par. 320.
320?
Mm-hmm.
I like Lady Gaga, personally. I'm a fan.
Oh, all right. When Lady Gaga was younger, her peers created a Facebook page about her, claiming that she would never be famous. Well, just look at her now. Although Lady Gaga's entrance into the music world was dominated by unique songs, bizarre outfits, and interesting makeup choices, it was these things that made her stand out from the crowd, and that's what you need to do when you're trying to make it in the music industry, as it's easy to be drowned out by the competition. Since then, however, Lady Gaga has transformed into a multi-dimensional superstar. While she's still releasing music, she has also made her mark on Hollywood and has become a talented actress in her own right. As a result, her net worth now stands at a whopping $320 million.
Yeah. And I'll just say it, as much as it's a faggy movie, she killed it in Star is Born movie.
Yeah,
killed it.
You said that. You said you enjoyed that movie.
That is a really good chick flick. If you ever want to watch, I mean, it's definitely one of these that, you know, you need to watch with a chick and you need to be getting blown near the end of it. But but it is definitely, it's a great movie. And Andrew Dice Clay's in it too.
Yeah.
Plays her dad. Yeah. Plays her dad and does a really good job in it. It's a good movie.
Perry.
Who? Katy Perry?
Katy Perry.
How can Katy Perry be worth more than that?
Because she kissed a girl.
Good for her. I mean, her value, she's got two great tits. That's her value. But I mean, what else has she done? She's done The Voice and she's had some hits. All right, 400 million. I'll just throw it out there. I don't even
330.
know. 330.
Yep. With songs like I Kissed a Girl and Fireworks under her belt, she's going to go ahead and assume that you know that you already know who Katy Perry is, the daughter of a preacher. Katy grew up without the idea that she would one day become one of the richest female singers of all time. But it's fair to say that she's so much more than a singer. Over the course of her career, she's become so much more and is now a television personality, a businesswoman, a man, and a partner.
Did you say a man?
A ma'am.
Oh.
Oh, no, a mom. Sorry, a mom.
I was going to say, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I was scrolling too fast here. While a huge chunk of her $330 million wealth comes from her record sales, she's also earned a hefty fortune from her work as a judge on American Idol. Plus, she's soon to be married to Orlando Bloom, so their combined fortune is even more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cher.
However much it is, it's not enough until she leaves. 500 million.
No.
350.
Yeah, close. 360.
Okay.
While many of the singers of the list rose to fame in recent years, Cher is a veteran of the music industry. She made her mark in the 60s when she performed as part of the musical duo Sonny and Cher. She blew away fans with her unique singing voice and her overwhelming beauty. It was
She's not beautiful. Come on.
No, it wasn't long before she decided to go solo, which was the best decision she ever made, as it thrust her even further into the spotlight. Since then, Cher has released hit after hit and has been able to make her way into the movie business too. She starred in Burlesque and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. She was in that she was the mother of that lion
Mask,
yeah. So,
yeah, I mean, she made some pretty decent movies. What was the one too where she was in with the nuclear problem? Silkwood? Was that a Cher? Was that Cher or was that Susan Sarandon?
No, that wasn't. She wasn't in that.
Who was in that one? Silkwood. I don't know. She made some okay movies. Maybe not that one. Silkwood. Yeah, that's her. That's not her. Cast. Where's Cast? Yeah, she's in Silkwood.
Oh, I didn't think she was in that, but okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure she was in that movie.
All right. Jennifer Lopez.
Goddamn great to look at. She's been married 13 times, so she's probably got 13 alimonies. So, and everybody she's been married to has been rich. 375.
A little higher.
400
million.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez's rise to the top needs to be studied. After starting a career as a dancer for other singers and performers, she decided to make her way it on her own, but not just in the dancing world. Since then, she's proven her worth as the ultimate triple threat, showcasing her singing, acting, dancing talents to the world. As a result, she became a must-see live performer, and fans travel across the globe to see J-Lo perform in front of their own eyes. Thanks to her recent record sales, her appearances in movies like The Mother, Hustlers, and Mary Jo, J-Lo has amassed a small fortune to spend on houses, cars, vacations, and more. Yes, her net worth currently stands at $400 million.
Great ass. That's all I've got to say about J-Lo.
All right. Barbara Streisand.
420.
Nope, she and J-Lo are right on par, $400 million.
Okay.
While some of these female singers on the list have made their mark in the pop world, there's no doubt about the fact that Barbara Streisand is in a league of her own. While she has released her own music to critical acclaim, she perhaps the most famous work as her singer and actress, both on stage and on screen. In fact, she's one of the 19 people to become an EGOT winner. I don't know what that means. Meaning she's won an Emmy, Grammy, and an Oscar and a Tony. Okay, right, well, so she's won them all.
Good for her.
So her net worth is $400 million.
Cunt.
Shania Twain.
Big money there. And she has, I think, 3 diamond albums. Massive tours that were all expensive. I saw them a bunch of times. Got some of that Mutt Lang money? Because she fucking divorced Mutt Lang. You know, there was big money in that fucking pocket. 500 million, $500 million.
Nope, she's at 400 million as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. With her love of leopard print and the impressive song, Shania Twain is a musical legend over the years. Such songs as Man, I Feel Like a Woman, That Doesn't Impress Me Much, and You're Still the One are loved by fans across the world, and it's earned the Canadian songstress the nickname the Queen of Country Pop. Yes, her fusion of style put her at the top of the musical food chain back in the 90s, and she's recently seen a resurgence in popularity. So let's see here. And as if those achievements were enough to prove that Shania is one of the best female singers ever, her net worth is 400 million.
And when Chris Aiken got in front of her, he fucking mumbled like an idiot because she's so goddamn beautiful. She is really beautiful in person.
Yeah.
Like, TV does her no justice at how unbelievably hot she is.
Right. Trisha Yearwood.
Another one that's married. She's married to Garth Brooks. So that's got to be some of this money. Because Trisha Yearwood is not, on her own talents, is not a $400 to $500 million person. She's popular as shit, but at most probably 200 of it's hers. 500 million.
Nope. Right on par. 400.
400.
Yep. I'm not going to read all her stuff. Victoria Beckham.
Spice Girl Beckham.
You think that's probably who that is?
That's her.
Mm-hmm. Posh Spice.
And she gets that fucking Bend It on Beckham, the soccer player that gets all the money or got all the money. 450.
Exactly. What's so amazing about Victoria Beckham is that she's one of the richest female singers on the list, but she's not really known for singing anymore, although she'll rise to fame as Posh Spice in the British girl band Spice Girls. She said she went on a separate ways and tried something new. Since then, she has made waves as a fashion designer and one half of the celebrity couple duo Posh and Bex with her husband, David Beckham.
Right.
Beyonce.
That's got to be 5 because she gets the Jay-Z money too.
Yep, she's at 5.
Yeah, she's at 5 and Jay-Z's at $1 billion, I think.
Yeah. Beyonce has what many other female singers on the list want. She has an impressive musical career under her belt, but she has also been able to carve out a private life for herself, which is pretty much remarkable considering she's one of the most famous women in the world. Not only that, she's also married to one of the most famous men in the music industry, but Beyonce has been able to strike a perfect balance. While she's primarily focused on releasing music, Beyonce has spent a huge amount of time touring the world for her fans, and with all her extra endorsements and business deals, this has led her to a net worth of 500 million.
Okay.
This next one surprises me. I had no idea. Gloria Estefan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's 600 million. She's got to have huge money because she's like the queen of that whole musical style.
Tejano or whatever that is.
Yeah.
That,
like between her and then Miami Sound Machine, which was also her.
Yes.
You know, that, and then she spawned those other guys like that. What was that guy's name? Estrada or something Estrada that was popular at the time too. Yeah. 600 million.
500 million.
Oh, is that all? Fucking
That's
poor
all.
Bitch.
Yeah. Gloria Estefan may not be as active as she once was, but this Cuban American singer will go down in history as one of the most revolutionary female singers to break into the mainstream market with the ability to mix her Latin flair with her pop twang. She released some of the most popular songs of the 80s and the 90s. In fact, her singing and songwriting abilities have been rewarded with 8 Grammy Awards and even the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award. So it's safe to say she's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But Gloria hasn't just earned her 500 million fortune from her record sales. She's also a talented actress and businesswoman and owns countless restaurants and even a stake in the Miami Dolphins NFL football team.
I have a picture of me hugging her somewhere here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her at the she played the Olympic Kickoff Festival when I was in Seoul in '88.
Okay.
And after she came over to the military thing and took pictures with all of us fucking losers that were in our uniforms. So I have a photo of her somewhere, me and her. She's like 4'2" or something.
Yeah,
she's a little tiny girl.
Small girl.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Ugh, don't like Rihanna. And I don't like knowing that she has that kind of money. $550.
Yep, $550. Although Rihanna fans have been waiting for years for her to release new music, it seems as though Rihanna didn't really need to, especially from a financial standpoint. With an impressive back catalog of top charting hits, she also is regarded one of the most famous female singers of all time. But Rihanna has used her place in popular culture to build a brand for herself too. Now she's a proud owner of multiple businesses, including a lingerie brand and makeup empire. With all this in mind, it should probably come as no surprise to learn that Rihanna is pretty rich. Over the course of her career, she's been able to amass an impressive fortune of $550 million.
Yeah, I get it. I just, nah.
Dolly Parton.
I never would have guessed she would be up this high. 600.
$600 million. One day, Dolly Parton decided to move to Nashville and pursue her dream as being a country music star. Back then, she probably had no idea that she would later become one of the most recognizable country music stars of all time, but that's exactly where she is today. Everyone knows who Dolly Parton is, and everyone knows her as the singing songstress who brought the likes of 9 to 5, Jolene, and Islands in the Stream to our lives. And while Dolly is well known for her is known for donating a huge amount of time and money into helping the less fortunate, it's fair to say that she's still pretty rich. $600 million.
She owns Dollywood, right?
Yes.
That's probably where the bulk of that money is, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Celine Dion.
$600 million.
$800 million.
$800 million.
$800 million.
And yet can't afford a sandwich.
Although health concerns have forced Celine Dion to step away from the limelight for the time being, her fame hasn't dwindled. The Canadian singer is just as famous as she once was, and her songs are still just as recognizable as they were on the day she released them. From her chart-topping hits to her Las Vegas residency and her various businesses, Celine's career has been very fruitful one, and that brings her net worth at 800.
Good for her.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
God, she's worth more than $800 million. Wow. Well, I'm going to say $800 million again.
Yep. Dead on.
$800 million. Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to read all these different ones. I'm just going to run these
just
down.
run through them.
Yep.
We'll be here till fucking 4.
All right. Madonna.
Billion.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Not quite.
900.
Not quite.
850?
850.
All right.
All right. Taylor Swift.
Now she's $1 billion.
Yep.
A straight billion?
Nope.
More?
Just a little more.
Bill 1?
Yep. 1.1 billion.
You know, dude, it's funny with her. We don't get it, and I guess we have to accept that we don't get it. But I was watching, long story short, I bought this fucking new device called a Tableau, which is for getting antenna TV, and it actually streams it to any TV in your house. So you don't have to have 15 fucking antennas.
It's like almost like a sling box for TV or something. Yeah,
exactly. So I was testing it out. So I was watching some local news yesterday, and they did a story about Southwest Airlines.
Okay.
Anytime Taylor Swift plays a show, they give a discount rate to the town that she's playing because they have such demand for flights.
Okay.
So it actually increases them taking those flights away from Delta and American and whatnot.
Right.
For when Taylor Swift announced. So she announces a show in Oklahoma or somewhere. They'll run a special the day of that event for flying into Oklahoma. They call it the Swiftie special.
Okay.
Is that fucking? I've never heard of that with any other artist ever.
Well, she's massive.
She's huge.
Yep.
I don't get it. She's not very good, but she's huge.
Yeah. Kids like her, I guess.
Kids do love her.
All right. That's going to wrap up another edition of the Classic Metal Show.
Oh, wow, they got a lot of bonus time.
They
tonight.
did. They got 25 minutes bonus time.
Look
tonight.
at that.
So, yep. So you guys and gals, appreciate everybody who tunes in every week. And as far as I know, we'll be back next Saturday and do it
I'll
all
be
over again. And we want to thank our good friend Ron Keel for stopping in and visiting with us and promoting his new Keel World release,
right?
Which includes new Keel songs, new Ron Keel band songs, new Steeler song, new what's his Black Sabbath cover band?
Emerald Sabbath.
Emerald Sabbath.
Yep.
So it's got just a whole hodgepodge of Ron Keel on there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out. Keel World.
That's it.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. I will let you pick the final track to take us out of the show.
All right. Black Sabbath. Lonely is the word from Heaven and Hell.
All right. Black Sabbath. And you said lonely is the world?
Word. Yep.
Lonely is the night.
Wrong guy.
Yeah. Come on now.
It's got to be there.
There it is. You got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Just wouldn't pop up right away. But all right. Well, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in, and we're going to get out of here. So have a safe and enjoyable week, and we will be back, and we'll do this thing all over again. So until next Saturday night, this is Neeley, along with my very good friend
Chris Aiken.
And we're gone.
What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Aiken from Chris Aiken Presents and the Seth Williams Show, and of course the Classic Metal Show. And I know you need someone to be told something, right? Whether it's something nice, something not so nice. Maybe you need somebody fired and you just don't have the guts to do it. Maybe you need to tell your girlfriend to hit the pavement. Maybe you need to tell the boyfriend to hit the streets. Whatever it is, I got you covered. Right here with my Cameo, cameo.com/Chris Aiken. I will tell them, and I won't be nice, unless you want me to be. If you want me to be nice about it, I will certainly give the sweetest message possible. But if you need evil with a lot of F-bombs and a lot of words that I just can't even say on any sort of radio or TV program, I'll do that for you too. One more time, cameo.com/Chris Aiken. Buy a Cameo from me, and I will tell them like it is, the way you want them told.